Hi guys, it's me, Susan. Welcome to Cruisin with Susan. Today is Thursday, February 19th. I have a real quick Valentine's Day rant to do, and then I'm going to move on to my first installment of online dating when you're older than dirt, which would be me. Valentine's rant, which I was going to do last Saturday as I drove around watching the traffic jams of all the people going out to dinner. Anyway, this is probably going to sound like an old crabby old witch, but I don't care. I think it's, having sat with many people and listened to their suffering that was created by their own self, but the occasion was Valentine's Day. Either the people who have partners weren't happy with how their partners expressed their undying affection and love, and the people who didn't have partners were all sad because they imagined that if they did have one, it would be so wonderful and they would be receiving all these perfect expressions of undying affection and love. So I just think, even though I did look it up and it has been around for a long time, it wasn't created, as my hunch was that it was created by the flower, candy, and greeting card industries, but this is not true. Although in the past, when it was a religious feast day and it was about Saint Valentine, and there were numerous ones of those, but it only became associated with romantic love and with giving of gifts, chocolates and flowers in the 18th century. So, and the Valentines that were sent then were handwritten notes. And maybe that would be the best thing that we could do, is go back to that tradition anyway, of writing a handwritten note. I would also urge people to, I'm petting Jolie if you're wondering what I'm doing, why I'm leaning over and moving around. If you have specific expectations for what you want to have happen on Valentine's Day, don't just wish for it and then be disappointed if it doesn't happen. That's called a setup. Sit down with your partner and share your feelings, listen to your partner's feelings, and come up with a plan that both of you agree to, and one that hopefully doesn't have anybody buying a dozen roses for $80. That would be $20 if you waited one day. Okay, that's just messed up. Okay, so much for that. Online dating when you're older than dirt. I am only giving you my experience, which is extremely limited. It's only something I've done a little bit. I can't even say dating. I'm actually just online kind of exploring. I haven't really I only had one date in my life from somebody I met online, and that gentleman, actually, I'm still dating him on occasion, but not regularly or exclusively. But so I don't have a lot of experience. I just want to talk to you about what I've learned about mindset, and this is something that is so crucial. A lot of women that I've talked to would like to find a companion, not necessarily a husband or somebody to move in with them, but someone to enjoy doing stuff with, whether going to the movies, even, God forbid, going dancing or something like that. And but they're afraid. I had one friend, she said, well, I don't have any pictures. I don't have any nice pictures. So I sat down and I took a whole bunch of she's a very pretty lady. She's older than me. That's pretty old. Very pretty pictures, but it still wasn't enough. In fact, I think it scared her. It scared her that she actually had pictures now. So that was one excuse out of the way. And other times, I think it's the vulnerability. I certainly know that that's what I felt. It's like, here, I'm opening a little store, and the store, it sells one item, and that is me. And I'm in a little storefront, and people are walking by, and they look, because it's just a picture, and then some written stuff. They look, and they just keep on walking by, okay? And this is especially true, I believe, for older women, but I think I have now moved into the category, at least as far as online stuff, of the super old. Because I think, like 65 and below is pretty much as old as it. I don't know, but I feel like I've expressed interest in, and on different sites it's called, you send a wink to somebody. That means your profile looks interesting. Would you like to get to know each other better? And nada. Nada. And at first I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. What is wrong with me? Screw them anyway. What is wrong with them? A whole big drama about it that was pretty funny, actually. And what I finally realized, and it didn't take me that long because I already had sort of worked on this before I even did it, is you must not take anything personally. You have to see it as it's an adventure. It's an experiment. It doesn't mean anything at this level. Someone could look at your picture and think, I had one guy, let me tell you what I did. A few people, I was writing to a few people and they were writing back to me. And then a couple of them just stopped writing. So I'm like, now I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to just guess what happened? Am I supposed to, I felt like curious, and like, I wonder what happened. So I just wrote to them and asked them what happened. I said, look, I'm just doing this. I'm just curious. I swear I'm not a stalker. I'm not going to start bombarding you with emails begging you to please talk to me or any of that. I'm just interested to know what your feelings were and what experience led you to stop writing. And I figured, what the heck, you can, they don't have to answer if they don't want to. And it was really interesting. And some of it was about assumptions that they made. One of them assumed, because of the way I was dressed in my photos, that he was too wild for me. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't know. How do you know? You may be saying I'm not wild enough for you, but you don't know that either. So it's actually in the exchange, he wrote back and he said, this is, I kind of like that you did this, and I kind of feel like let's communicate some more, because it's kind of neat that you wrote to me and that you actually cared what I was thinking and feeling, and let's keep doing that. And another one, also at first I didn't hear from him, and I thought okay, that's fine. He didn't want to tell me, or didn't want to respond. Maybe it's a weird thing. Maybe you're not supposed to do that. You're just supposed to disappear or something if someone doesn't write back. And then lo and behold, there was a note from him saying, oops, you caught me in my procrastination. I actually love talking to you and want to keep doing it, and I just got busy, and thanks for the reminder that I want to keep talking to you. So it was it worked out kind of well. Not that my goal was to get them back or anything. It was just, I want to be full on. I want to just be out there. And I'm not yet to the point of which I will be interested to telling you about when I actually start going out with some of these people. I haven't ventured that far yet. I'm just communicating with them. But it's really kind of, I don't know, going through that kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a soul searching, like what am I looking for? I'm not looking for a partner, but you don't know what you're going to find regardless of what you think you're looking for anyway. So, I don't know, it's very puzzling to me. But anyway, the main thing I can tell you about it, especially when you're older than dirt, is you've got to, I'll tell you another thing that happened. Speaking of not taking it personally, I decided to look, okay, I want to communicate with people that I can actually see. So I went and sent messages to the people that were actually in San Antonio. and one of them looked like it looked like an interesting profile, and that we might have some things in common, but he was about 5 years younger than me. So I wrote about that in the email too. I said, you may not be interested because of that, but what the heck? I just thought we might see if we had some things in common. I suggested that to all of them that as a real low-key and simple way to meet, we could just meet up at the rodeo, which is going on now in San Antonio, and just walk around the grounds. It's something I love to do. And no pressure, and just do something together while we got to know each other better. Okay, so I sent out 4 of those. And got... So the point is, I think, that you have to have a sense of humor about it. You have to realize that it's all fantasy. You're dealing with stuff on a piece of paper and pictures. The other thing that was really interesting to me is that I was not as picky about physical appearance as I might have been in the past, because I know now that's just a package that somebody comes in. You don't know what the person is like from how they look. Even somebody that's not that much taller than me, which usually would be a real no-no, because it reminds me of being in the 6th grade and being the biggest girl in the class. So I would always like, no, it has to be tall. Even that I let go. And I just think it's been a fascinating kind of look into myself and triggering some interesting thoughts and feelings that I notice about myself as I venture into this new world. So with the determination to take it all as just experience, I'm just hungry to have experiences. Right now, they're kind of safe because I haven't actually met up with anybody yet, but I feel like that's about to change. I got a wink from somebody that lives nearby, so I might actually have something to report about that the next time I talk to you. But it's just like, what the heck? Who cares? It's not like I'm 25 and I'm looking for somebody to marry and raise a family with. I just want to have some fun, and I want to interact with some men because I enjoy that male energy. And I love my women friends too, and I love spending time with them. Jolie, stop it. But I don't know, men are kind of fun. So that's what I'm up to these days, and we will see how that goes, and I will definitely report back to you. But to recap, do not take anything personally. Even if someone says, I think you're an old bat and I don't want to have anything to do with you, you'd say, well, thank you for telling me how you feel. I appreciate the honesty, and thanks. And then you go home and like stick pins in a picture of them or something like that. Okay, that's all. I will keep you posted on my future adventures. And in the meantime, please remember to live well, laugh often, and love much, much, much. That's the best thing you can do. And I will see you soon on Cruisin' with Susan. Bye-bye.